Breath control is life control. My friends, think back to a time when you felt really heightened, maybe very intuitive, or so connected with nature and spirit, almost alive in your soul. Maybe colors, you can almost taste them. The light quality in the air, you can feel it. That's a heightened state of consciousness. In a heightened state of consciousness, like pathways that we never before could see become clear. The sense of connection, the sense of faith is very overwhelming. In heightened states of consciousness, our transducer, our mind, is geared towards a higher vibration in which, almost more profound thoughts, epiphanies, insights can occur to us. Deeper self-realization is acquired there. And oftentimes we go through life seeking out, how can I, be happy? How can I have more pleasure? How can I get these things? And we keep tiring ourselves out, trying to do all these things that our monkey mind is telling us is going to make us feel good or be fulfilled. But here's the thing, those thoughts are coming from where you're breathing from. Your breath pattern creates your thought pattern. Furthermore, your breath pattern, right, creating your thought pattern determines on which wavelength you're operating on, okay? This reality is many layers of frequencies, and you are a transducer, you are a radio. To tune your frequency to higher frequencies, you must build up charge and essentially order it, or how can I say, arrange the energy within the body in such a way that we can access heightened states of consciousness. Now, why I'm making this video, my friends, is because breath is the key, okay? Breath is the key to learning mental discipline. Breath is the key to accessing heightened states of consciousness and awareness, where we're in alignment, where we're in the space of creation, right? Breath is the key to charging up the vital electromagnetic force of the body. This is directly correlated to our willpower. Our willpower, to just do things on earth plane, but also our willpower when it comes to magical intent. How can we affect change in reality in accordance with our will? Well, if we don't have any personal power, if we don't have a strong enough vital electromagnetic charge, right, we have very little power to influence our state of being and the reality around us. Breath is the key to all of this, okay? So, what I want to bring our attention to, my friends, is the fact that our body is a battery, okay? Our body is a battery. Oftentimes, the reason I brought up, think back to an experience where you felt heightened before. When you felt heightened, what was actually happening is your body and mind were synced up on a higher frequency. The energy in your being was circulating correctly and was charged. And because that energy was circulating and charged up, right, it allowed us to access a heightened state of consciousness. Now, this can be done intentionally through conscious breathing, okay? Essentially, my friends, the most important thing here is that through consciously breathing, we bring our mind into our body and focus it. Oftentimes, we have trouble meditating because our mind is just, getting trampled by all these different thoughts, all these different feelings taking us away. Train the mind on the breath and you will master the mind. Train the body on openness, on aligning with the breath, and you will become master of the body. Self-discipline is really realized through breath control. Try breathing, doing conscious breathing, deep, slow inhales, or watch some of my videos, right? For 30 minutes to an hour every day for 1 week. You will change your entire life. You will change the entire way you see yourself, your relationship with yourself, and your relationship to your energy, okay? So, the conscious breathing will discipline your mind and body. But furthermore, let's talk about charging the batteries. You see, my friends, really what we want is to access those heightened states of consciousness, super consciousness. But to do that, we need to essentially train our bodies to be able to contain that heightened energy. You see, you're kind of like a 50-watt light bulb, or 20-watt, 10-watt light bulb, that's barely online, okay? Super consciousness can't flow through you. Heightened states of awareness can't flow through you. But by doing, charging, and cycling prana and chi, doing the cycles, we can start to open our nervous system to higher states of energy. We can start to accumulate life force and life force potential, and we'll learn life force control. And essentially prepare our body to hold greater amounts of energy, to tap into heightened states of consciousness. So looking at the body and the nervous system here, here's all the plexuses in the body. We have, the solar plexus, which is a huge main energy center at the navel, right? We have the sacral plexus down here. Okay, we have the cardiac plexus. Don't know how to say this one, but like the throat plexus. These are all battery centers in the body. The nervous system draws its nourishment, right, from the pranic storehouse on a more subtle level. So by breathing and charging up the spinal cord, by cycling energy, Mantak Chia talks about a microcosmic orbit, okay? We will start clearing the pathways and bringing more charge into the body. As we continue to do conscious breathing and bring greater and greater charge into the body, what will happen is you will gain personal power. You will gain a stronger electrovital magnetic field, right? And through that, you have the capacity to powerfully influence reality and influence yourself. You see, through breath control and mental discipline, you learn to influence your own nervous system. When you can influence your own nervous system, you realize that oftentimes we are in a state of reaction, reacting to how we're feeling, reacting to thoughts that are coming from a base state of consciousness, right? Reacting to fear, worry, anxiety, all our thoughts, all our projections, how we're operating in this reality is coming because we're operating in we're locked into lower chambers of the body. When our awareness, when our thoughts, when our energy is locked, let's say, into the stomach, into digestion, we're going to be thinking of things like consumption, like, busyness, like, basically more ego, more lower awareness, lower perceptions. And what we can do is start liberating that energy through conscious breathing and start cycling around us, bringing the energy up the spine and back down. And through this process, right, we'll start liberating that energy. But furthermore, as we liberate that energy into higher centers in the body and tap into that awareness, we're going to have more charge, more will to affect change, right? Through doing this process, like I was saying, you learn to influence your own nervous system. You learn how to take command of your own body and feelings and influence your state of being. When we learn to influence and powerfully change and affect our state of being in accordance with our will, right, we learn magic. Because magic is essentially learning how to powerfully influence oneself to create a new relationship with reality that bears different fruits. By changing, right, your own vibrational frequency, you literally change the reality in which you see, the reality you're perceiving. But furthermore, you're changing what you attract, okay? We cannot do powerful magic unless we have powerful will, unless we have powerful vital electromagnetism. A lot of people out there talking about magic without talking about breath work, are barely scratching the surface. Because if we channel and charge up our spine, which is a magical wand, if we breathe in and charge up our spine, which is our wand, and cast our intention through the third eye, up through the spine, right, carrying all that chi, right, with that will and that imagination, that visual, we can powerfully plant seeds into our own subconscious mind and into the universe. Okay, so the breath is the key, my friends. If we want to learn how to discipline the mind, if we want to restore the body, activate heightened states of awareness, right, let go of our tiny plans and align with the higher vision, the higher plan, right, and learn the keys of occult perception and magic, we need to go to the breath. I invite you guys to apply to the Breathwork Intensive Training Program, which is 7 weeks long and really goes from A to Z in establishing the foundations here. If you're ready for some steadfast progress towards this kind of knowledge and embodiment, I really encourage you to apply. For more info, link in the description for that, my friends. This was just an overview on why the breath is so important. 30 minutes a day, 1 hour a day, conscious breathing will change your life. Share this video with a friend you think it will impact and hit that like button. Also, I love reading all your thoughts and comments in the below. It always fills me up and inspires me for the next video. Thanks for being here, fam. Peace.